Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Guys, it's good to be back. For those of you who've been with me for a while, I know I've been lost in action, but I'm still here and I'm still going to be doing some videos. Today's video is a little bit different to what you've seen me done in the past. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about today's video. I'm a little excited about it. I'm going to be planting, guys. This is part of me that you guys don't know, but I am like a jack of all trades. I love to plant. I haven't been able to do it and show you guys before, but now I have the space to plant. It's not a very big space, but I want you guys to come along with me to see the process of exactly what I will be doing. Now I'm going to show you my surroundings right now. Recently, my husband and I, we moved into a brand new house. I'm excited. We were able to purchase a new house. I'm excited about that. I have a little plot of land, which is not a lot, but I want to make sure I use it wisely to plant things in there that is going to be nourishment or food for my family and I. So this is going to be a little food forest back here that I'm going to be planting. I have some trees right here that I will be planting on once he put his fence up. I have here, this is a golden, they call it a Jew plum. I call it golden apples. I don't know if there's a difference because someone said the Jew plum or June, not June. I think it's June, June plum. And they said June plum is smaller than the golden apple, but it's about the same thing. So we'll see once they start to get some fruit on it. I have over here a sugar apple, and I have another one at the side. So I have two sugar apple trees. Over here, I have, this is a guava right here. I have, as you can see, a couple mangoes. I have an ackee. This is my ackee tree right here. The winter was pretty brutal, but now I see it's getting some new leaves on it again. This is what we call ackee in Barbados, but in other places it's called guineps. But we call it ackee. I have some mangoes. As I said, this is a Barbados cherry over here, and actually has some flowers on. I was kind of excited to see that right here. You can see that it has a little fruit there. I was like, yeah, that's just one, but that's okay. I'm just excited that it fruit. This is some sweet potato. I planted a purple sweet potato, and you can see I have some potatoes coming up. So once I'm ready to plant over there, I will transplant that. This is my flower garden because you know you need vegetables, but you also need some flowers and beauty around. So I'm going to make a garden here, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I will do it in a few minutes. I'm going to put down some paper to help prevent the weeds, and this is going to be organic. Everything I'm going to be planting is going to be organic. So I'm putting down some paper, then I'm going to put some wood chips on top of that, and then I'm going to put a border. I bought a border over here, but apparently, let me show you, apparently I only bought two, thinking that two would be enough, but I need at least 3 to 4. So these are not going to be enough, but I'm going to use that for now just to show you what I'm doing. Okay, I have another cherry tree here. We have some raspberries, and this is a soursop. I protected this year. I took it inside when it got really cold. It lost its leaves, but as you can see, it's bringing new leaves. I'm kind of excited about my soursop. I want that to grow this year. This is what is that called again? A mammy apple. I planted a seed. The seed came up, so we'll see what happens to that. We have some blueberries, I think I said, and some raspberries and so on. I planted some stuff in these containers to put in the garden. Unfortunately, I wrote the name of everything on there, and I left them outside for a while, and between the rain and the water, the sprinklers, the names are gone. It was all washed off, so now I have no idea what I have in there. So we figured out as we go along. I have a little bit of lettuce in here. I have here what do you call this again? Passion fruit. Passion fruit. I almost forgot the name of it. It's a passion fruit I have here. And my garden is going to go right around here but I'm not going to do that part today because that's going to take, it's too much work. So let's just work on this little section right here. I'm going to work on this little section, and then you will see what I'm going to do. So let's get started. This is my area right here. As you can see, this is the area that I'm going to work with. So I am going to take some of the weeds that's in there, try to get as much out as I can, and then I'm going to put some paper. I have some paper here. I will put that paper down and that is going to help to prevent the weed from coming up, and then I'll put some wood chips on that. This is Blue in here. This is my little porch over here. Blue, come here. This is our dog, Blue. Blue is a very good dog, but I'm telling you, he would not stay put just out here. Ever bring him out here, as you can see, this is an open area. Blue will just take off and start running. If somebody come up with a dog, that's it. He'll take off after them. So I cannot bring him out here unless I tie him up. Unless we had a fence, which hopefully we'll get soon. But in the meantime, he has to stay inside. Blue, say hi. It's a nice breezy day out, so you can see he's there sniffing and smelling. Okay, so let's get started, guys. So I'm gonna work on here, so let me get started. Okay, guys, so I've gotten up most of the weeds right here. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line the garden because I want to go in a straight line. So I'm gonna do a little bit of measuring to make sure that I stay within a certain length right here. So let's go to the next step. So we finished this part. Now I'm going to do a little bit of lining. I'm going to start Now I'm going to start to measure out the distance of where I want to put my border. So I have a piece of string right here, and I tied it onto this fork. If you have two pieces of wood, you can do that. I don't have two pieces of wood right now, so this is going to do the job. So over here, I'm going to stick this right there because that's where I want to start. That's where I want the garden to end. So I'm gonna measure here. So from here, oh, I wish Charles was here to help me with this. So from here, let me put my foot right here. So from here is about 34 and 3/4. So I got about 34 and 3/4. So I'm gonna go all the way down, and hopefully at the end I get the same measurements. So you see I put a straight line across there. So I know I want my garden to be in a straight line. So I measured the width from here right to there so that everything would kind of line up nicely. Okay, so that is where I want the garden to stop. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some paper down, which is going to help prevent a lot of those weeds from coming back. Because guys, you plant your garden, you do such a good job, but you don't want to be every week having to come and dig weed out of the garden. So I have some bags here, some paper bags. I'm going to cut these bags up and place them in there. So let's go. I have some bags here. These I got these from Home Depot, and these bags are for planting. So There was a few of them for like $2, and actually they double too. See? Let me show you. And they come in a stack of, I don't know, maybe 4 or so. I see they double. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these. So I used up that paper that I just put down, so I have another stack. So apparently there are five of these bags that come in here from Home Depot, just like $2 and change. This is what I put down so far. Okay guys, so I just finished that section. So as you can see right along here, this is where I want to put all the flowers. I have just put a whole stack of paper. Out of those bags that I had, I cut up 3 of them and I lined here with those. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down. Now this is going to be my border. The only thing about this is that I don't have enough of it, but we're just going to use what we have for now, and then later I will get some more add to it, but I just want you guys to see. If you're going to do this, get some water, put some water down, especially if it's windy, so that the water on the bags will keep it down, keep it from blowing away. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do here is I have some wood chips. I'm going to put the wood chips on, but before I put the wood chips on, I have here a couple borders. I just opened this one. This is, there's no digging for this. This is some nails that's going to go into it and just going to keep it in the ground and keep it from moving. So we are going to use this right now. Let me put it up. That's why I put the string there, so that I could stay as I put the border up, so I could, as I put the border up, so everything would stay in line. So let's get started. Guys, you know me, sometimes I'm talking, I forget to turn the camera on, and I don't know if I just forgot to turn the camera on or not when I was talking to you, which is not good because now you missed a lot. I put the borders down. Inside the borders in the packet comes 4 of these nails that you put inside the little holes that is going to prevent the borders from moving. So this goes down into the ground. I just want to show you, just as I said earlier, make sure you wet your paper to stop it from blowing away. So let me go ahead and start with this. I'm going to do these 4 here at the end first. I have a hammer, but this is plastic. So when you're nailing this down, be gentle please, because it's plastic and it can easily break. It's like a hard plastic. Right? So I'm going to put this in here and I'm going to nail it down. Okay, I just nailed in that one, but let me show you what I had to do. The nail, so to get this in here, it was a bit tough. So what I did is I took a screwdriver and I put a hole in there, the rubber, and then I pump this in. So now they're all in. That's what it looks like. Now I have to buy some more of this because I think I'm going to extend my garden all the way up there. So I'm going to buy some more of this. I'm going to extend it a little further down here and take it all the way around there where I have some stuff around here. I'll work on that another time, as I said earlier. So far, this is what I have. I gotta fix my paper back, the one that has blown, that the wind blew away. I'm gonna fix that back, and then we're gonna go on to putting our wood chips down. So guys, this is my finished look right here. It was very easy. You see how I did it? Very easy, and it looks nice. It just needs some flowers. I gotta get some more flowers. These things that is in here was in here. I planted excuse me, I think in December, but we had a winter this year that was pretty brutal, and so a lot of them, I thought they were gone, but they're starting to come back. I can see that I put no new leaves. They're gonna come back. I'm gonna trim this up a little bit. This took a beating during the winter. I'm gonna cut off the dry branches from there, and I will plant some flowers in here as time go along. But I just wanted you to see how I did this, and this is gonna be my little flower garden. Now my intention is to carry this all the way up to here, all the way up to there. I'm gonna have to obviously do it in stages because it's a lot of work. I have to get rid of all this stuff. These are avocados and mango trees and so on, but I don't want to plant them until Charles put the fence up. So once the fence is up, then I'll know exactly where I'm gonna put those, and I'll plant those. And in the meantime, I just have them propped up here until he do that. But my flower garden is gonna come all the way up here. I'm kind of excited about the way this one turned out. I think it's nice. I'm happy with that. So I will continue with that, and that is gonna come all the way around here. This is a aloe vera. I think I'm gonna leave that right there. This in here is all my scraps that I put in here because I'm making a compost in there, and that is gonna go towards my plants. When I start with my vegetables, that'll go towards my vegetables. In the meantime, that's sitting there. Over here, this is not looking good right now because it needs some water. It was pretty hot, so I'm gonna put some water to that now. But this is a hydrangeas here that is now starting to come back as well. So I think I'm gonna take this up and put this hydrangeas right there. And I think just hydrangeas I'm gonna put in here. So this is gonna be hydrangeas along with over here is my aloe vera. I think that's it. I don't want to crowd it too much because the hydrangeas is gonna get pretty big, so I don't want to crowd it. But yeah, so this is, so now guys, I gotta clean up all of this, put all these away so I don't leave a mess in the back here. But yeah, I'm excited. That's my garden. Thank you so much for joining me. I will keep you updated as I plant more stuff and do more things. I'm going to keep you updated. Now, if you are growing a garden for the summer, I would like to know what you're putting in your garden, how you're doing your garden. So maybe you can write me and tell me a little bit about it, what you can be putting. Maybe we can put them some of the same things in our garden. Okay, I will be doing a lot of vegetables, which I will tell you about at a later date. I already have a couple of things planted on the other side of the house. I will show you those a little bit later, one thing at a time. But write me please and tell me about your garden and what you're doing this year. Thank you so much, guys. I had fun, and I hope you guys had fun as well. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Until next time, bye bye.